Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be giving messages based on who's listening, and maybe do some clearings as well, and also talk briefly about the week ahead as well. So I'm just going to let him come in now. Hmm. I would like you to know that what I'm actually seeing is that there is always a lot that you are going through inside at the moment because a lot is clearing. And some of these things are not necessarily to do with you, but they are much more to do with the collective. I also would like you to know that it is not really a case of needing in any way to do things on earth in order to make things better when you are feeling really rough inside. It is very much about first going within, changing your state, and then you are able to automatically be guided as to what you can do to make life better. So, an example here is that where you may be struggling in a certain area, perhaps you are struggling when it comes to finding employment, or struggling when it comes to perhaps doing other things that need to be done. It is important first to be in a state where the energy is flowing within you in a way where you are able to create something positive. So, if you are feeling in some way or another very dispirited, perhaps low inside, and then you take action in the world, what will come back to you is a reflection of what it is you are experiencing within. When you are going within and going deep into the feeling, acknowledging it and being with it for a while, perhaps doing a clearing around it if you are able to, then you will feel lighter inside, and you will feel inside that you are able to actually do something in the world and have a positive outcome. It is very much to do with your state of being that determines what happens. So I say to people at times when they are really struggling with things which are very real and tangible and even immediate, in that they do need to take some sort of action in order to make changes. I tell them to first go within, even for a few moments, in order to change their state, to make it more positive, to feel the flow from within. And then the action that they will take on earth will reflect the state they are in, rather than anything negative that may be going on. That is actually what they are doing the thing with, the energy by which they are doing the thing. I hope I'm making sense. That, for example, when you take action and you are feeling desperate, then what happens is the outcome is going to create further desperation in you. If you are feeling a sense of lack and then you do something, then the outcome will show you this lack. It will magnify it in front of you and show you this. If you are doing something because you are feeling perhaps left out of life and you would like to feel included, then whatever you do will reflect that feeling back to you. But where you feel full inside, a sense inside that all is well, that you are already in a state where something is okay within you, then you will find that the action you take will reflect that back to you. So, this is what I am speaking about when I tell you to go within, when I tell you to first look at your state and how you feel. What I am saying to those of you who are perhaps in desperate situations is that it is important to first be in a state within, of feeling well enough to then take action and have a positive outcome. I am giving you this message because I would like to remind those of you who are not really able to see clearly at times, who feel confused about what they need to be doing when, who perhaps have problems which are very immediate. I would like you to all know that even taking a few moments each day to go within will be highly beneficial. It will create the right internal environment for positive outcomes to happen. I would like to speak about something else now. I would like to speak about what it really means to go within and be able from this place to manifest the life of your dreams. And what I would like to go into is the ways this actually happens, the mechanism, so you can understand it on a deeper level. When you are going within, you are not necessarily simply attuning to light. You are tuning to a lot of things. You are going within and feeling a lot within yourself, a lot that is light, but a lot that is also heavy and dense. That may include other people's energy. It may include things you have experienced in the past. It may include a lot of problems you have had, and it may even include things which have invaded your system, very negative things. And so when you go within, it is not always an experience that is comfortable. It may be immensely uncomfortable. It may bring up all sorts of things. And most people find that after a while they feel the need to actually do something else because what they experience inside is so challenging. What I will say about this is that when you go within and you are with the challenges, even for a few moments, acknowledge them, you start to attract through your life things that help you with those challenges. So when you go within, it is not about needing to be able to sort out all your challenges, but it is about acknowledging what is there, and through that, you attract better things, things that are able to meet you in those places. And as you keep doing that, as you keep acknowledging what is within you, you are able to keep attracting what you need, to keep overcoming challenges, to keep having your needs met. And as this keeps happening, you start to feel very positive after a while, even if you have a lot going on, because you are trusting that life is constantly meeting your needs. And as you walk more and more in this, you start to have a sense that life is really very much on your side. And as you keep going within and acknowledging your challenges, your feelings, the things you find, more and more of you is met by life, until finally you start to notice that you have deeper desires, really deep desires that you have not felt before. And as you acknowledge these, life starts giving you what you need to fulfill those desires. And you start noticing that the things that you really want come to you automatically. After a while, this becomes your life, and it starts becoming everything you have ever wanted. And it is very much about starting somewhere. So often people start with the challenges. They start by going within and feeling things that perhaps they have always had, haven't been able to overcome. And these start being resolved automatically by life bringing them what they need. And then after a while, you go into deeper desires. And after that, you go into a state where you understand that life is about automatically bringing you what you need to thrive. And so your life becomes more and more beautiful, more and more of what you would like it to be. And this is how it works. And I am reminding you about this because some of you believe that it is about going within and finding ways of actually going beyond challenges you are having inside, getting beyond your problems to a place where you feel very positive and have a sense that whatever you want, you are able to automatically have. And what I will say is start off with what is really concerning you. Start off with challenges you are having, problems, things that concern you, because these are the things that get in the way of deeper desires happening, of manifesting. I hope I'm making sense, but I am encouraging all of you to really engage with what is going on under the surface, because it is only this that gets in the way of you having what you want, and engage with it in such a way that you acknowledge it, you ask that it is resolved, and then you will automatically keep going deeper. There won't be any effort involved in this. I also would like to remind you that when you work with the law of attraction, it is not about trying in any way to make it work with you for you. It is very much about allowing. It is about knowing inside how it works and then allowing the process to naturally occur. And the reason I'm giving this reminder is that some of you here work hard with the law of attraction. You work on yourselves so that you can be a match for what you would most like. And I want you to know that it is really good to work with this, but to go a bit deeper with it, to understand how it works, and then allow the process to automatically work without needing to put effort into it. So, an example is that if you are looking to, for example, manifest a new home, then it is all about appreciating that actually you will automatically attract the home that is right for you as you go within and deeply acknowledge what you are looking for. And as you do this, what happens is your vibration is resonating to this frequency, and then you attract it in the right way. But it is not about then needing to put effort in constantly. Once you have acknowledged this deeply and done this a few times so that it is very solid in your vibration, then it is about allowing the process to automatically work. So it is about letting go and allowing, because without letting go, it is not able to come to you in the right way. And for some people, it happens that you are very fixated on what you want and you don't let go. So the process is not able to work. That is what I see. I would like to speak about something else now. I would like to speak about what it really means to be in the spirit, how it is different to simply being in your earthly self. The spirit is very much about allowing a part of you that is greater to be the one in charge. It is about letting go for a few moments, even of what you are looking for, what you believe is right for you. It is about letting go of things you are striving towards. It is about letting go of perhaps how you see yourself for a few moments and allowing the light to automatically guide you from within. And when you are in this state, things happen which are quite magical. Things are allowed to happen because you are no longer in the way. And the spirit is very powerful because it has the ability to actually take into account everything about your earthly self and also bring in a much higher energy. And through this, your earthly self is well catered for. But also, there is something else that is created that is actually much more beautiful, that has a vibration of the oneness, that inspires you, that takes you to greater things. And when you are truly in the spirit, it is like, for that moment, you have no other concerns. You are simply following your spirit, going with the flow. And it is through this that great things can happen. For most people, it is that you go between both the spirit and the earthly self. You have moments in the spirit, and then you go back into your earthly self, into the things that you perhaps are afraid of, the things that you need, the things that you want. But as you go deeper and deeper into the earthly self and clear energy, you will find that you are more and more able to be in the spirit, to stay in the flow. And after a while, it becomes a natural way of being. And through this, you are automatically well catered for. So, this is what I mean by being in the spirit. And it is not something that is easy for everyone. For some people, it really is. But for others, it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of time to get there. And what I will say is that it is not something that you need to be in all the time. That sometimes you will find that you are just feeling very much in your earthly self, very much in your physical needs, your desires, very much in what you want on an earthly level. And when you are, simply allow your earthly self to be. Do not force yourself to be in the spirit. Allow your needs to be met. And as they are, you will automatically go deeper and go into a place where you are feeling your spirit, feeling elevated, feeling much more that you can let go. But what I will say to those of you who have had a lot of challenges on earth is that you may find it harder to be in the spirit at times. You may have a lot of earthly concerns, a lot of fears, a lot of doubts. And so allow your earthly self to be transformed by the spirit. Allow it to be catered for by the spirit. Allow it to be deeply acknowledged. And so it is a case of allowing yourself to be there, allowing this part to be transformed, having your needs met. And eventually you will get to a point where you are no longer really feeling those parts anymore, where your fears diminish, where you feel a lot more relaxed, where you feel much more able to be in the flow, to be spontaneous, to be light-hearted. So that is what I see. I would like to speak about one more thing. I would like to speak about envy, jealousy, the energy that you are often experiencing in life, perhaps through others, or perhaps you have it in yourself strongly. And what I will say about this is that it is very much connecting in to things which have happened in the past, because what I actually see with jealousy, especially, is that it tends to be connected to the types of energies that people have been in before. Perhaps where they have been feeling that they are not worthy of receiving something. And then when they do receive it, people around them can feel envious, jealous, because Perhaps they are reflected that back, believing that they should have what you do. I hope this makes sense. So low self-worth can actually create jealousy in others when things are going well for you. It is also created through people, perhaps even you, when you are feeling that life is not on your side, a sense that others have it better than you. And this too can be coming in from the past, perhaps where you have not been in one way or another recognized or given what you need. It can create places within where you feel shortchanged, places where you feel that others have it better. And then this can be projected upon people in your life or people who you know about. And what I will say about this is that the best way to deal with it is to actually go within and deeply acknowledge those places which have not been met, deeply acknowledge what has happened, and allow life to meet those places. I also see that where people perhaps have been constantly reminded that they are not worthy of receiving anything, being told this and reminded of it in different ways, then it can be almost like something that is around them, forming a barrier to receiving what life has to offer them. And this can create feelings inside of actually not being worthy, but also of feeling envious of others. So it is really good to work with these energies so that you can be protected from other people's jealousy by knowing your worth, but also be in a state where you are not feeling it towards others. I am speaking about this energy because it can get in the way of people forming very positive relationships with each other. It can get in the way of good things happening. And it can even create problems between people who are able to be very close to each other and very helpful to each other. So I would like all of you to look into this, and through this, you are able to actually receive more from life, but also you are able to appreciate each other more. I have no more to say. The week ahead generally will be one where there will be a mixture of energies. Some of these energies will be very light, but some of them will be heavier. Perhaps they will be coming in more from the collective, more from the general state of affairs around. I also would like you to know that it is not really about engaging with heavier energies in the world. It is very much about going deep within, feeling the part that you have to play. So, where there are heavier energies, it is not about getting immersed in them. It is about watching, observing, and then finding your place within the scheme of things, the part you have to play. So, what I'm really trying to say is that it is not about simply letting go of everything negative, ignoring the negative, but it is about observing it, knowing it is there, and then knowing what you can bring to the situation, feeling it from within. And through this, you are able to lighten the load generally of what is going on in the world, or generally when it comes to any situation. But what I will say about heavy energies is that where you are fully immersed in them, you lose your ability to be of service. It is about being available if you are feeling the call to be, but it is not about getting so immersed that you are not able to bring something positive to the situation. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you all a good week ahead and much love to all of you.